All right, so now it's glue gun time. So, of all of my glue guns, my Sure Bonder, this one, this blue one, which is a high temp, it is a high temp, and I use it specifically for my wood glue. This is what I consider my wood glue gun. And I don't ever change it out. It's always my wood glue. And it does not have any features that make it extra. It has a little stand, if you're one that wants a stand. It doesn't have an on-off. If you plug it in, it's on. If you unplug it, it's off. If you leave it plugged in, it's going to stay on. So that's a little bit dangerous, perhaps. But I still like this one. This one is still absolutely my favorite. And I made this little glue gun holder quite a while ago, quite some years ago. This is a Dollar Tree puzzle that I put felt on the bottom so it doesn't scratch anything. And then I made a little stand with just some tumbling tower blocks. Remember, always have your tumbling tower box, so that it would hold the glue gun in there. And then I made the little bucket here for the actual glue sticks. So the glue sticks, and I only have one left, so sad, I'm gonna die. So the glue sticks are always close by. If there is a drip, which this gun, amazingly, I don't know that it ever drips. And I don't know if it's because of the wood glue or if it's because of the actual gun. I don't know that for sure. But this glue gun never drips. But normally, if it did drip, like all of the other glue guns that I have, it would drip onto this little silicone mat that I have glued on here. So it's not gonna ruin my wood puzzle that is holding everything together. So this one is my absolute favorite. Again, it's just a Sure Bonder, high temp, regular tip. It's not the fine tip at all. It's just the regular tip. I don't know what you call it, but just the regular tip. And I use it for my wood glue. And then we'll go from cheapest to most expensive. How about that? Then I have this Dollar Tree glue gun. It looks as if it was supposed to have a stand, but I don't have it, and I looked where I keep it, and it's not in there, so I don't know if it ever had it. I don't know. This drips consistently. As you see, I don't know if you can see, you might not be able to see, but there's actually a pile of drip, and it's dripping right now all over the place. I have a silicone mat so that I can easily wipe off any of these drips. This works in a pinch because sometimes my other Sure Bonders, not my one that I use for glue, but the other ones don't work. So this one will work in a pinch. It is the mini size, as is the one that I use for wood. It's mini size. And that's all. It'll work. It'll work. I don't like it. I would prefer not to use it. I had originally gotten this for if I were to use colored glue sticks. The only color I ever purchased was black, and I haven't yet needed to use them. So I'm just using, these are just regular glue sticks in there now. This works, but, and for $1.25, I'm all about it. I'm all about it for $1.25. But it does drip all the time, and you have no on or off. It is similar to this other Sure Bonder. You plug it in, it's on. If you leave it plugged in, it's going to stay on and burn everything up. So that's maybe a little unsafe. But again, if you're crafting, you should know better and you should unplug stuff, hopefully. So that's the Dollar Tree version. And then next, I have another drippy one. Next, I have the fine tip Sure Bonder. Again, it's a high temp. It does have the power on and off. And it does have the light that shows you if it's on or off. So that is very handy. I have walked into my craft room and seen the light on and thought, oh crap, I'm going to ruin my gun. So it does have the light. It does have the button. So you can leave it plugged in if you want. I have a tendency to unplug all of these when I'm done with them, but you know, either way it works. It does have a little stand so that it can stand upright instead of laying down like the Dollar Tree one. This one drips insistently. It's dripping right now. I don't know if you can see that big bubble hanging, but it drips, I think, even more than the Dollar Tree one. I don't know why. It could be the glue. I use Gorilla Glue hot glue sticks. Maybe I should only use Surebonder, but I think that's a little, I don't know how to say, discriminatory. So I don't want to do that. I want to be able to use whatever glue stick I have. If I go buy glue sticks from the Dollar Tree, I want to be able to use them. I don't buy glue sticks from the Dollar Tree because they don't work well, but the Gorilla Glue sticks should work, and they shouldn't be this drippy. I mean, this is ridiculous. It hasn't stopped dripping since I turned it on. And so this one is nice because it is the fine tip. Mini glue sticks, but it's got the fine tip. So I needed this for quite a few crafts, and so I finally did give in, I guess, give in and buy it because I do need that small tip. So, you know, that works. And then last but not least is my big boy. And this one too is drippy. You can see it dripping now. I think it must be the glue. It must be the Gorilla Glue. It has to be because there's no way. I don't understand. This one is wireless, which is super nice. It's still only a high temp. I don't have any that are low temp or variable temp or whatever. I don't have any of those. It does have the power and the light. So again, you can see when it's on. Anyway, so it has a light so you can see, oh, probably when it's charged. That's the thing. Has to be connected in order for it to be charging. So when it's charging, it's red. This one came with this adorable stand. It has the little silicone mat up front so that when it drips, it's dripping there. I guess Surebonder knows it's going to drip because they provided that for you. But the stand is nice. It, you know, it's sturdy. It's good. It's, you know, it's good. This gun I have a love-hate relationship with because it doesn't always work, basically. The glue gets stuck and it doesn't come out, and so then I have to push it really hard to come through, which I think is destroying the gun to make it worse. But that's the only way I can get the glue to come out. So this, I have a love-hate relationship. Sometimes it's fabulous, it works great, it doesn't drip a lot, and other days it's horrible. So I don't know, it's a good gun. It is wireless, which is very helpful, very useful, very handy. But again, I have a little bit of a love-hate with it because sometimes it works great and other times it does not. So now let's see how they work. So what I'm going to do is just make some designs on the black silicone mat. And by the way, if you don't have a silicone mat, you should go on Amazon and get one because they are the most helpful. Glue does not stick to this. As you can see, it peels right up. If you're painting, paint wipes right off of it. It is not cut. It's not a cutting board, but it is silicone. So you can fold it and roll it up and get it out of the way. I don't normally use the black one. I have the black one because when I used to do videos, I believe I used the black. I don't remember. Sometimes it's hard to see against those, so I stopped using the black and I started using the translucent or the see-through silicone mat. But anyway, so if you are a crafter and you don't yet have a silicone mat, go to Amazon and get one. They start at, I mean, you can get a little one. I have this little one here. They have these little ones. Actually, I don't think this is from Dollar Tree, to tell you the truth. I think this is from Daiso. But they have little ones at Dollar Tree. And everyone should have one. There's no reason why you shouldn't have one. Even if you have to go to Amazon and spend $5 or $10, it's 100% worth it. 1,000% worth it. Because it saves time and energy and all the things. All the cleaning and all that you don't waste anything. People like to put the paper under when they're painting. You're wasting all that paper. That's all going into a landfill. Just, not that I'm so, earth conscious or whatever, but you are wasting. And so when you're using a silicone mat, you just wipe it off with a cloth, wash the cloth, and there's no waste at all. The paint, the extra glue gun stuff, it's not being wasted. Okay, so let's go ahead and get testing here. And we're going to do it in order. So it's going to be the Surebonder, the large Surebonder, then it'll be Dollar Tree, then it'll be the small Surebonder, and then it'll be my favorite Surebonder. Okay. Anyway, so let's start with the big one. And what am I going to do? Just do a straight line. That's it. This one, because of its age and because I've left it on so many times, it's the trigger doesn't work real well. It's okay. It does work, but it's just not my favorite. I do, whenever I end a line of glue, I do wipe it off on whatever it is I'm gluing. So you'll see me do that all the time. So that's the first one. That's the large Surebonder. And then we have, oh, let's try not to get these in the glue. Then we have the small Dollar Tree. Now this one is drippy once you start the glue. You see how it's dripping? But this one isn't bad. The trigger is nice. The glue comes out immediately when you press the trigger, but it's dripping. So the dripping, can get a little bit cumbersome. So that's the Dollar Tree gun. And now I've got glue everywhere. I've made a mess. And then we've got the Surebonder fine tip, which we're making a puddle over here for the fine tip because it's a horrible drip. I've already run out of glue. Just in that time that it's been warming up, I've already run out of glue. So I'm going to put a new stick in there. And then now this one, oh, look at that. Oh boy. It's very fine tip, which is great. But then you get all the gloppy dripping that's happening. Look at this. Half my glue gun is, my finger is not on the trigger. It just keeps going. It doesn't stop. Least favorite gun right there. That's it. Least favorite. And it's going to continue to drip, so I'm just going to put it back on its little drip pile over here. And then my favorite gun is the one that I use for wood glue. And I'm almost out of wood glue. I only have one stick left, so I'm going to try to make this one as little as possible. But this one is my favorite. The trigger, there's some resistance on the trigger, so you know when you're actually doing it, stuff's going to come out. So I like that there's some resistance and it's not just flowing out. There is no dripping. You see there's no dripping there. That's happening. And this glue is, I believe this is a from Walmart, AdTech. It's not, I don't believe this is an expensive glue gun or glue brand. It is a high temp wood glue, which is what I need for this high temp gun. But this one is my favorite. It's very clean. It's very simple. It ends well. It's very good. And again, I don't know if it's the glue because I am using Gorilla Glue on all the other guns. This is not Gorilla Glue. So maybe that's not a fair comparison. But I won't switch this out. I'm telling you, I only use this for wood glue. I'm telling you, like, I'm not going to switch that out. So that's the first run at it. And you can see how much more glue, of course, comes out on the large tip versus the very fine tip. And then the two in between are just kind of the normal tip for a mini gun. The wood glue, you can see it's very smooth and easy. The Dollar Tree one also very smooth and easy. It's just a mess when you go to end the glue. The large Surebonder was not a mess at all. There's a little left, so I do have to wipe that off when I use it, but it's not a mess. And then the Surebonder fine tip, you can see it's a complete disaster, and look at the disaster it's still creating over here. This gun is horrible. I would never recommend someone get this gun. Honestly, I would never recommend it. You would have to get this tip on this large cordless in order to make this work. Maybe I need to buy the Surebonder glue, but it's a glue gun. It should handle any glue. I should be able to buy Dollar Tree glue and put it in there and it should be fine. But apparently you can't. And we're just going to make a star. And then we've got the Dollar Tree. It drips just a bit, not horribly, but it does drip. And then we will grab the Drippy McDripperton here. I'm not pressing in any way. Look at how much glue I'm wasting. I use a whole glue stick and I haven't even done anything yet. And then my favorite, what I consider my wood glue gun. I love this handle, or the trigger, and how stiff the trigger is, because I can actually feel it and know when glue is going to come out. And so, Drippy McDripperton is over here just dripping away. But you can see the differences. So, the large wireless Surebonder actually did really well that round. Maybe the best. This one I had to end the drip, or end the line a little bit more. The Dollar Tree, I would give it third place. So this one, I think I'm going to go ahead and give this one first place. I'm going to give the big one first place. The Dollar Tree, it's got some extra that came out. I'm going to give it third place. The Fine Tip Surebonder, definitely fourth place. Sixth place, if you know anything about horses. Sixth place. Seventh place, actually, which means you don't get a ribbon. You don't get a ribbon. And then my favorite gun, I'm going to give it second place just because I had to end those lines. I ran out, so that's not really its fault. But these ones, I did have to end those lines. So that's the stars. I would give Surebonder first, my wood glue second, the Dollar Tree third, Fine Tip Surebonder fourth, or seventh if you know anything about horse ribbons. That was interesting as well. So the wireless Surebonder actually worked best. My blue Surebonder that I use for wood glue is second. The Dollar Tree is still third. And the Fine Tip Surebonder is fourth. These two maybe were about the same. Because this tip is so small, I had to push out more glue in order to make it have the same amount of drop. But then it wouldn't stop dripping. So this one at least stopped dripping when I wiped it off. So that's that. And look at this guy here. Look at all the, can we see? You see this one. This one doesn't have any glue piles anywhere near it. This is the Dollar Tree one. And this one, you got half a glue gun sitting there waiting for it. It's just ridiculous. It's absolutely ridiculous, this gun. So that's the results of our test. I don't know if that was helpful for anyone at all. If you're buying a glue gun, I would go with the Surebonder wireless gun, the full size wireless gun. If you need a fine tip, I would see, I'm thinking that they probably have one that you can take the tip off and switch it to a fine tip. I don't know that for sure, but I'm betting they do. This is 2024. Why wouldn't they have that capability? So this one won the most amount of tests, so this one would have to be the winner. My favorite gun would be the small Surebonder, the blue gun. There's no codes on here. Oh, maybe there is. It says GM-160F. I think that's 160 Fahrenheit, so actually. And then the number is 8. Is that an 8? That's an E. E491136. I think that's the model. And I believe this one is probably 2 years old, I think. But they still have something similar. I've seen them at Hobby Lobby. They're usually in a different color. They're usually not white or not black. They're usually in a different color, fun color like this. I think they're all the same. This one, I believe I actually purchased at Hobby Lobby in the wood section where they sell the wood glue. So if you get that one, that's this one that I'm using. And I absolutely love this gun. Even though it didn't win every test, I do love it the most. This is my favorite. And then if you're desperate and you just need a replacement gun, or if you want to have an extra gun for sparkly, glittery glue or black glue or color glue or whatever, Dollar Tree would win the next test. Because it's so cheap, it's such an easy replacement. Now, can you find these anymore? I've seen them only a few times. The first time I saw it is when I bought this. I've only seen it a few times since then. So I don't know if it's even still available or if they've moved it up to $3 or $5 or what have you. I don't know. But the Dollar Tree gun, it works. It's not great, but it works. It's better than the fine tip Surebonder. I can tell you that for sure. And this is the same glue. These two are using the same glue. So it's not that the Surebonder has a different glue in it. These are the exact same glue. I use the Gorilla Glue on all my guns except for my wood glue. So this is going to be third place. And it's only $1, so it's a quick, $1.25, so it's a quick replacement for you too. And then last place, and one that is not good in my professional opinion. Am I professional? I'm not a professional. In my personal opinion, the Surebonder high temp fine tip gun is horrible. I would never recommend this. This model, what is it? E491136. That's what the other one was too, so that doesn't make sense. I don't know. High temp, this is 195 degrees Fahrenheit though. The other one was only 160. So, I don't know. The fine tip, it says high temp detail. So it's the detail tip. And honestly, I hate it. I hate the trigger on it. I hate that it drips. I'm holding it upside down and it's still trying to drip. Look at, I'm sorry. Look at how much glue has been wasted as it just sits here doing nothing. Again, it looks like the Surebonder Wireless wins the contest, wins the test. You can see mine has been well used. It's pretty dirty and pretty gross. But I would buy this again because it's wireless. This is so handy when you don't have a lot of space on your desk. I have a small desk because my desk is only what's in front of my dream box. There's a desk that comes out on it. That's the only space I have. And so I don't have a whole lot of space to have all these cords and all this randomness. I don't have that. So this wireless gun makes such a difference. And it's not my favorite, but it did win the test. It did win the overall. So the Surebonder wireless glue gun. Let's see if it has a number on this one. Yeah, it's that same number. This one says CL-800F. I don't think it gets up to 800 degrees, so that must not be degrees. But it says CL-800F. So maybe that's the number. All right, so that's my test for the glue guns. Hopefully that helped someone along the way. That's it. Thanks so much. Have a great day. Thanks so much for stopping by Nattys Crafts today. Be sure to give the video a big thumbs up, leave a comment down below, and be sure to subscribe. And also leave a comment and tell me what gun you have and whether you love, like it, or hate it. I want you to remember to appreciate today, as tomorrow is never promised. Thanks, y'all. Y'all have a great one.